Hey now, Dad Brow coming back at you with another episode of Solo Battles Breakdown. Episode 3, we're going to go over the rushing, the passing, the 2-point conversion, couple other things around the offense. We're going to go in ebook style, break it down for you play by play, adjustment by adjustment. Here's what to do, here's what not to do. You want to get top 100, you want to grind solos easy, these are the plays for you. Don't go anywhere.
Daddy, are you here?
Okay, before we get started, I do want to say I wouldn't even know who to give credit to on some of these tactics and some of these things because I've seen it so many times. But let's just say this has been effective in and outside of solo battles for quite a long time now. This is the first year that this is the only playbook it's available in. So it's super important if you want to do this. You have to get that alternate run heavy playbook, auction house or the set. So once you get that, these plays are pretty easy. Okay, here we go. So we first start off with some audibles, making sure we get our fullback. We use Marshawn Lynch. I recommended in a previous video, just put a tackle or an extra offensive lineman here at tight end because all they're going to do is block for you. But then the rushing play that we're going to start off with here, PA Power O is what you call, but we're actually going to audible into Power O. So I'm showing you the play art here for the PA Power O, but I'm going to click audible and I'm going to choose Power O. I'm going to use the QB to flip the play and show you the play art after I flipped it, and then just motion your fullback over. And you got to get this timing right. But once you get this timing against specific defenses, look at all this space. You run for days. It's touchdowns all day long. You can do what you want here. You can take a first down. You could make sure you rush for some 20-yard runs. That way you get your X factor activated. Just depends on what you want to do, but you get this timing right of this play down. You're going to score rushing touchdowns and get rushing yards whenever you want, however you want. There are some specific things you got to make sure. Here is an instance where the speed boost, if you hold down on the trigger too soon, you're not going to get the timing right on this. So watch what happens to Marshawn Lynch. As soon as you hold the speed boost, now he goes the other direction. You can't get to the edge real quick. Now you can do some things to get out of here. We can still gain yards and get a first down. But if you want to make sure you get the one play touchdown, you got to get the timing right almost every time here. And then if you look, if you're not on a hash, it's a little bit hard to get out in the space, so I'd recommend running it from a hash every single time. And then this play right here, I'm just showing you this is a bad defense, so I slow mode this. What I'm going to do every time I go up against a bad defense, whether I want to run or pass, is I'm just going to I'm just going to try and go off sides. So just call a bunch of audibles, spam the X button, go off sides. That way you can get another crack at the ball, at running the ball. And then here we are in a solo battles game. Perfect defense. As we see, this is our opening drive. If you go up against this type of defense, when you motion over Marshawn Lynch, the defense won't even move, and then you have all day. So that's the dream defense to go up against. So really what you could do is you could take delayed games. You could jump off sides. You could do whatever you want to manipulate it to the point where you go up against this defense when you want to run the ball. Once again, here, out in space, Marshawn Lynch just takes this dude out, and then we can do what we want. If we want to step out of bounds for the first down and try and build up some X factor, we can. What I like to do is just score 3 long rushing touchdowns right off the rip in the first quarter. That way I can knock out the majority of all my rushing. That way, I don't even really have to worry about it. The rest of the game, all I'm doing is passing and getting touchdowns. And if I have 293 yards rushing or 282 yards rushing, I can always pick up a first down later on in the game to try and get myself over the 300. Okay, so after seeing that, hopefully you want to jump in and start practicing run the ball. We're going to get to passing here in just a second. Just want to make sure there's a couple key points. You're going to have to call PA Power O and audible into Power O. Also, the timing. When you motion out Marshawn Lynch, it could be different against a 3-4 set or a 4-3 set or a 4-6 set. So you're going to have to practice, and each and every solo battle opponent's going to have a little bit different playbook, but once you get used to the playbooks, then you'll know it. So practice does make perfect. Experience will help, but get out there, get ready to have some fun. But hold on, how are we going to throw the ball? We're going to throw the ball to Reggie Wayne with Route Tech. All right, so passing the ball here, we're going to run the PA vertical shot every single time. I'll show you the play art here. PA vertical shot, that's how it lines up. You make one adjustment. We're just going to do a hot route to Reggie Wayne. We're going to put him on a slant. I run this from anywhere on the field, but I always run it in this direction. And if you watch, almost against every defense, man, Reggie's wide open. Sometimes you have to wait for him to get past the safety, but this play is, you can run it 40 times a game and you're going to get it 35 out of 40. So there's a bunch of collections of here where all these clips, all these different defenses you can go up against, and you're going to be able to either get a first down, get a long play, or get a touchdown every single time you want to. This is just a collection of us going out of bounds for first downs and just a practice mode. We do the Gridiron Forge for practice mode for solo battles. But this is a defense right here where if I see this, where there's two defensive backs on the left side of the field, I'm just going to make my line jump off sides and run a play again. When you can rush the ball at will and throw the ball at will, taking a 5-yard penalty, even 3, 4, 5 times until you see the defense you want to see, it's not that big of a deal. But every defense is a little bit different week to week, or the opponents that you're going to see, and it'll tell you before the game which defense that they're going to play. So as you get more experience running up against the different playbooks, you'll notice, ooh, here's a play I need to just get a penalty and get out of, or here's a play I need to wait a little bit longer, or here's a play where they can actually pressure my line a little bit more than most plays. So it's just an experience factor, but this play is money 97% of the time against almost any play you're going to go up against. And once you've practiced it enough and you see how often, this is your money play in just regular solo challenges as well. But you name it, Reggie Wayne can, you're going to end the game with 35, 37 catches, 5, 6, 7 touchdowns, and it's great. With this playbook and a receiver that has route tech, that play is money against almost every defensive look. And if you see one you don't like, just jump off sides. There are plays where you can squeeze it in and throw dots, but I like to be conservative. All right, and here we're going to go over our 2-point conversion play. It's pretty simple. It's in the split slot shotgun. I do like to move Jonathan Taylor over to the right side halfback. We're going to throw the right side halfback. We're going to throw the slot receiver, or every once in a while we'll just run in with our QB. But almost every time you're going to see Reggie Wayne open, or you're going to see Jonathan Taylor open. This one's a little dicey, I think, but it just shows even when it's close, most of the time he's wide open. Helps having that backfield mismatch or backfield master. That way, you know, if he gets that one-on-one, you see that light up right there. If it's a little close, he's going to catch it. But here you'll see most of the time, Reggie Wayne should be wide open. 2-point conversion. Make sure you celebrate. Get those extra battle score to your boost. Here's a kickoff just showing you fair catch these. Try and start every drive within the 5. Just fair catch it. Unless it's the end of the game, you're trying to return it. And then this one is balance beam. I did my best to try and simulate balance beam here. If you accidentally trip over your lineman, look at that. He recovers. Okay, there's probably a few other things about this offensive playbook that you're going to learn as you use it and as you practice and you see the different defenses. There's some intricacies in there. Like you got to make sure you flip that play before you motion your fullback. Otherwise, it won't let you do it. Anywho. Can't wait to see some new names up here on the top 100. We finished the 34th last week. We're not going to open our rewards. We're going to wait until there's something to pull for, and we'll make sure there's a video that you can see. But anyways, drop your battle scores in the comments below. Let us know. How'd you do your first game after you use this playbook? If you like what you see, you know what to do. If you got questions about your team, our team, solo battles, or anything to do with MUT, find us on Twitter at DadBrowGaming. But until next time, goodbye. All right, if you've been in weekend league, head-to-head, or heck, even house rules, and you've had a desync occur where the game is just wiped out, most of the time that's somebody using an exploit. So, if you go to EA, you can actually report them. Make sure you clip it. Look at the desync reporting tool here on Answers HQ. When you look up the reporting tool, you fill out all this information, you upload the clip, and let's get these parasites out of the game. Okay?
Daddy, are you here?